Who's dumping their load?
So,
fucking hell. Huh?
I said ADHD gang.
Oh, is that what you got?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm knackered now.
Absolute. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's episode we've got a cool one because we've got an all-electric brand new SUV. It is from KGM, which used to be SsangYong, some of you might know. And what we're going to do today, Ollie, are you on your phone?
A little bit like what Adam just said, they have been bought out. Used to be SsangYong, we had the Musso. KG Group from South Korea have bought it, rebranded KGM. Actually uses a BYD blade battery. But anyway, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the damn right interesting. So let's get on with the video. Inside of the EVX now, let's talk a few stats. So we've got 204 brake horsepower, a 0 to 62 in 8.1 seconds, which might sound slow, but this car actually can shift. 287 miles, we should say, with a 73 kilowatt hour BYD blade battery. Let's talk about charging with the KGM EVX then. So 145 kilowatts max charge you can get. If you find a fast charger, you expect 10 to 80% in 37 minutes. But charging it at home on a 7 kilowatt wall box from 0 to full, expect 11 hours and 30 minutes. What do you guys think about that? What I really enjoy about this car, one of the most things that I love, is the position, the seat position. You're very high up. I love the bonnet. The bonnet makes me feel like I'm in something quite rugged and futuristic. I've got these fake grab rails, which just give me old farmer boy vibes, but I do feel safe. That's one thing. This is a big beastie car. 703 litres of boot space in this monster. Lovely opening, nice and wide. 60-40 split there with the seats, so you can get even more space. And cubbies under here for your granny plug, 3 kilowatts. You probably won't want to use that. And then your other cables. But look at this. You've got some straps on the side. Not much tether points, but a couple of cubbies either side. Nice and big, that, isn't it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Big SUV. Let's see if it has a frunk. Massive plastic guard there, but there is a few little bits of space for your shopping. Okay, KGM says that this can do 8.1 seconds. I've got it in sport mode. Let's launch this beast. Loss of traction. Still loss of traction. Oh my goodness. And that's 60. Oh my days. You feel a lot of movement in this car. The front lifted. Now, 8.1 seconds. It did feel a little bit quicker than that, but immediately the wheels, it's a dry day, it couldn't get traction. And we've been in a few Asian cars now, Chinese cars. This is South Korean, but we've been in a few, I think, where traction's been a bit of an issue. I think the BYD Dolphin span up, and the Armada E5. Okay, I just want to talk quickly about the range of this car. So 287 is supposed to be what you can get on a full charge on the 73 kilowatt hour battery. But I've been driving this car and I always reset the trip at the beginning, and we've been getting about 3.4 miles. So if we take 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour and times it by 73 kilowatt hours, you're looking at 248.2. So let's be generous and say 250 miles of range, and we haven't been hooning it or anything. Guys, it'll be really great to hear from any owners what miles, what range you guys have been getting, so let us know in the comments. Okay, let's talk about handling with the Torres EVX. The steering's pretty light in Eco, which to begin with annoyed me, but actually maneuvering the car, it's made it a lot easier for me, and not that I'm using my muscles too much. So I think you want that with a big SUV. Coming around corners, okay, this is the part. So that was just a little corner, did okay there. Most of the time, the potholes aren't the issue. The lumps and bumps in the road, it takes with ease, especially when you're going straight. It's the sway that you get and the bouncing after effects. So we've got a little bit more of a corner there. These ones aren't too bad. These corners are just sort of, here we go, we've got a bit of a bigger corner here. And as I'm coming around now, you don't want to be going too fast in this car. That is a huge given, because the car moves about a lot. It doesn't really know, because it's on that softer suspension setup, it doesn't really know what to do with all of its mass. So the slower you're going, the handling feels a little bit better, and you can plant the car a lot more with ease.
Okay, so we are in the Torres, but we do have to talk about a big issue that we did have with this car. And what is it, Ollie? Because it was quite annoying. This review nearly didn't happen, all right?
I know, right?
It was very dramatic.
Let me park the car. So, I got the car, I drove it to my parents in Silverstone because I was hosting the Silverstone Formula 1, and it was just 4 days. So I got there, drove this car, had a little bit of a play with it, and then basically the 4 days that I didn't turn it on because I was working, I got up after the 4th day and I could not, literally I could not open the car. I was clicking this, none of the doors literally would open. It's got a mechanical key, but I wasn't quite sure what comes off. I didn't want to break the car. Anyway, spoke to KGM and they said, oh, it's probably the 12-volt battery that's died. They kind of knew straight away what it might be, but I thought, right, okay, 12-volt battery. So then they said as soon as you start it up with a jump cables, the big battery will start charging up the 12-volt battery. And I was just thinking, surely there's another way that, I mean, it was only for 4 days. I only left it for 4 days. Normally, you could get back into a car. Anyway, I struggled. I managed to jump start the car, and since then I have never turned this car off. So literally got in the car, everything has been fine since. But yeah, we just wanted to make you aware of that, so you guys know. Actually, just jump out of them because I want to show them how you can actually get the thing off, because this is what I needed to find out. So if it happens to any of you, you have a loan for it or you have the car, I was like, sometimes the mechanical key goes underneath the door handle. What you have to do is give it a little bit of a, don't be afraid.
A few moments later.
This has gone really well.
There you go.
Right, so that's the keyhole.
Thing you lift, and here it is. So I lifted that off.
Basically, the point being that we think that you shouldn't have to jump start an EV. It shouldn't have just 2 batteries. You could be like, I don't know. It shouldn't have died. It shouldn't have died.
For 4 days, it's a relatively new car, isn't it?
So this is a brand new car, and we actually had to jump start it. So we had some drama with the car, with it not working, because we actually got locked out of the car completely, didn't you? Locked out of the car. And what I've seen online is it's not the first issue that's that this car has had. I've seen someone else had the same issue. So just to make you aware that it might happen again, but hopefully not, fingers crossed. Yeah, I think you need some new shoes.
Mate, these are from the Formula 1, these are brand new.
Look at my black
tip.
Look at the state of those.
Let's
start at the front.
Yeah.
Okay,
because
so
I want to focus on this.
Look at the front of this car.
This is quite cool.
I don't know if I love it or hate it. What do you think?
I think I like it. It gives me futuristic vibes. It also gives me Jeep vibes. See these tail lights here as well. Man, we're like in an industrial unit at the moment where there's vans.
Places you have to film as
unsavory
YouTubers.
People. Anyway.
Back to the car.
Back to the car.
These lights look like they're robust and very utilitarian, but I don't know if they actually are. They feel a bit plasticky.
You've been reading the dictionary again. Utilitarian, that's a good word.
You like that one?
I like this one. Check these out. The grab rails. They remind me of a bit of a Defender, but obviously the tread plate would be bigger, and these, if you put your foot on them, you'd probably go through them.
Yeah, I wouldn't tie much to this.
They are. I think they're literally just stuck on for effect.
Well.
Oh yeah, Kev, don't.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Look at the wheels. I really like these. On other
wheels,
electric cars, you get plastic inserts. These are not plastic. That is full metal alloy.
Yeah.
Huge. So I'll tell you what, you want to scratch that. And it's not the biggest sidewall either that you would think.
It looks nice though, and you've got your EV charging bit here.
Yeah.
You've got these sort of.
We'll talk more about charging later.
Yeah, we'll do charging later. Look at these like bumper areas here.
That looks really plastic. Look.
The side angle.
It's
let us know what your opinions are of the side angle of this car, because I feel it sort of reminds me of what are those American Fords you can get? You can't get them in the UK.
Broncos. Privacy glass. So you got 2 trims: the K30 and the K40. This is the K40. Right. Why have you got a fake design?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this because it looks like there should be a spare tyre in the back of it. Do you know what I mean? But
why is the spare tyre?
Why?
It just feels like it's a massive plastic piece.
And you don't like these lights, do you?
No, I think that because of this bit that breaks them up,
I don't mind them.
It's too much. I think it'd look better if it was a continuous light. But
I don't mind them, but
I'm very picky.
the back looks very busy, and I feel like when you open the boot, you
think
feel
it's
like it should open like this way, but it doesn't. It still goes up.
It's a button that does that.
But anyway, that's our verdict of the outside. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, because I don't mind it. Right, inside of this oh wait, not a Sanyong,
KGM, oh man, KGM gonna love you.
Oh wait, bring the bag back.
No, nice. Everyone, I don't want to make people feel bad because I got a Louis V. All right,
Fake Louis V.
let's do it.
Oh, so jumping inside of this car, we're greeted with these screens.
I think this is a nice layout. You know, we see BMW doing it. We've seen it on the new Audi Q6 e-tron. These are 12.3 inches. What I'm not a big fan of is sometimes when you put your finger on it, you know, when you can just, it feels a bit cheap it's okay when you get used to it, but it's just something a little bit wrong about it. But when you're driving, this is what I've found, and you're trying to press these bits,
Go on.
the touch bit is too tight. You have to really press on it. So what I found myself doing when I'm driving is grabbing the back bit there, which is pretty sturdy, and then putting my thumb on it and moving it like that, because trying to do it like this is too hard because the touch sensitive bits are too small.
One thing I'm slightly confused about is this looks like an off-roader. It looks like a really robust sort of almost farmer vehicle, but the performance and the inside of it is sort of the opposite, because it does some of the materials are a bit wobbly and it doesn't really feel that robust as what you think it would be from the outside. So that's just why I'm a bit confused as to what their intentions are.
They're trying to make it so the price point is, there's two trim levels, 45,000 for the K30, and then this is the K40, so you're looking at 47. So you get full leather seats. Both are pretty much kitted out with a lot. The wheels are different. I think you get 18 inches. This has got 20 inches. But this is full leather. Look at this.
Let's have a look at these seats.
If you were to look at this though and just looked at the copper accents, it gives you Cupra vibes, isn't it? Because at the moment you see all this.
Seeing it in Cupra, but the back seats, they do look quite nice, and the leather is soft. It's comfortable.
It does. I like. Do you know what? I quite like this. This is almost flat enough to put something on.
I think you've got lots of thought has been into, so where you can store stuff. You've got USBs, you've got your plug here, you've got a little bit of storage, which is nice, and then here, look, wireless phone charger and a big hole. And you know what they say, we like a big hole. And
you know what they say, that's right, you like a bit hole. That's what we do. I don't know if we could do a joke there, couldn't we? This is one of my favourite things. At night time, we probably. So it comes out of the trim. And it looks really cool, and you can customise your ambient lighting through there. So
you like the ambient lighting?
I think that looks cool. I'll tell you what, while we're at it, one thing I really hate is right here, there's a space. That is where your drive mode button should be, because I'm going to test you, Adam. How do you think, at the moment I've got it in eco, I'm going to let you know there's a comfort mode and there is also a sport mode. How do you think, we've been in a lot of cars, I would change to a different drive mode? Go.
I mean, it would make sense.
I haven't told you yet.
It would make sense if you press this mode button here.
No.
But I don't think that's it.
No, so that goes through radio and stuff, but I've turned everything down, so it's not that mode button. But you're right, it should be. I've got buttons on the wheel, but it's not there. Have a little look. See,
it's going to be in here then, isn't it, somewhere?
Go on then, have a look.
EV mode?
No.
Oh, God, I don't know.
No, I'm going to tell you, because it wound me up, because the first thing I like to do is put an electric vehicle in its fastest setting, which is sport mode. So check this. This is the only way.
Go on then.
Down.
Oh.
Drive mode.
No.
So how? And look, that's just changed it to comfort. I have to press it, and then here, look at the display. So there we go. That's sport mode. So every time, go away. Oh my goodness. Go back.
We're getting first-hand user experience here.
Drive mode. Right, eco, it changes. Drive mode. Comfort, it changes. Drive mode. Sport, it changes. Now, to me, I do not know why that has not been put into the button or something. It's just really, if I'm struggling to find it, I know others are. Regenerative braking. Some electric vehicles have flappy paddles, and this one does, which I think is the best option. So I've been mainly using the level 3 regen, which is on this side. Got, I believe they're plastic, but they look metal, which is good. Good effort. So the right side is level 1, level 2, none, and the car's weight just kind of carries it forwards. As soon as I put onto level 3, there we go, got some harvesting going on there, and I believe it will not really bring it to a complete stop. It's still moving 7 miles an hour, so not really harvesting, but I have been leaving it in level 3. Now here's a little tip, a little secret some of you might not know. If you press and hold the left paddle and hold it, it'll put it into smart regenerative braking for you, and then you don't have to worry about anything. If you don't want that, then just press and hold the right paddle and it will take it off and you're back into level 3. So there you go. Okay, I want to talk to you about camera quality in the EVX. So we've got a number of cameras here. This is the back camera. This looks a bit, it might be because the cameras are dirty outside, but let's flick through them. That looks like I'm playing Minecraft. Then you've got the 3D, click this, and then you can move and you can see yourself in Minecraft world. So I don't know if this is a glitch. It was actually okay earlier. It might be because some of the cameras are dirty. Let me know what you think.
Also, you can join the Oliver fan base if you want, because there's been a few naughty comments in some previous reviews where Oliver's fans have been really wanting a bit of him. So
don't read those comments. They're not for you, the naughty ones.
I'm going to start a Patreon just for Oliver and give you exclusive access at secret footage that we get behind the scenes. So if you want a bit of that, then make sure you send us a little email on the Car Chat TV email and I'll make sure it gets set up. Anyway, let's talk about some competition of this car. What are the options then? What we got?
So, Skoda Enyaq, a base Skoda Enyaq is around 36k. Okay. So that's...
I do like the Skoda Enyaq.
And it's got loads of cool little scrapers and an umbrella out the door.
Yeah.
Nissan Ariya, which we love. We drove one in Le Mans.
We did, yeah. We'll put some links, hopefully, to some previous videos because they are pretty good.
That's just under 40k with 39,600, so still cheaper than this. Okay. ID4, we were not impressed with. We went to a VW day. ID4, ID5, all the same.
I feel like it's probably one that's going to be quite popular, but we didn't really connect with it, did we?
No. Anyway, that comes in at around 38,700. The Genesis GV70, which I really, really loved.
Yeah, I feel like we both liked it. I did like the Genesis. I feel like you get a lot of car for your money.
You do, but the base Genesis will be 42,500. Cheaper than this, but probably won't have all those innovation packs and all those comfort seats.
Okay.
The MG ZS is around £30,000, which I think is good for the money. I think this is probably overpriced. I think if this would sell more if you took about five grand off it. Or you go with one of the best SUV electric vehicles for comfort we have had, which is the Audi e-tron, which starts at around 69k. Lovely, lovely to drive.
Yeah.
Expensive though.
Yeah, had very nice suspension, but I wouldn't say you're getting, you know, a load more car for your money if you wanted to go Audi, because I feel like this does everything, and if you like the look of it, why not go and give it a go? Because it might actually, you know, tick your box.
It's not going to tick the box of a car snob, is it? So let us know what you think in the comments. Okay, I've got Adam in the back with me. It's really important to hear what the comfort levels are like back there. Ads, talk.
We're in the back of the Torres, and I just want to tell you what it's like, what the comfort's like. I'd say the suspension is quite good. So, for instance, you don't feel many lumps and bumps in the road. But let me just give you an idea of space. Knee room, I've actually got loads and loads of knee room there, so if you're tall, you're not going to have an issue. These are quite nice. You've got a few little pouches to put some bits in, which is quite nice to see. And you've got these sort of like coat hangery things here, which is probably going to come in handy. Blinds. Not every car has these little blinds, but they're quite good if you have children in the back and you want to just like get the sun out their eyes. That's quite a good little feature there. Heated seats in the back, which is really nice to see as well, so that's good. The actual feel of the seat itself, nice material with 2 USBs down there that you can cover up, which is good. The only downside of the interior of the back is that you're actually sat quite upright, so I think on long journeys it's not going to be the most comfortable, but yeah, that's it for you. Now the Torres EVX does come with some fancy gadgets or virtual engine sounds. Some manufacturers like to give you a little bit of a sound now
so you guys can have a little bit of a sound sensation, because most of the time obviously they're quiet. This car, most of the time you do hear like the whir of the motor. It's not the quietest cabin, but you've also got these virtual engine sounds here. You've got 1 and 2. Do you know what would be really good if they actually named them and called them, not like Fred or Derek, I'm talking about like Fusion or Soundwave, something rather than just virtual engine sound 1 or 2. I think that's a little bit lazy. Anyway, this is virtual engine sound 1. If I'm being honest, it doesn't really sound like much, but wait for me to press the button for virtual engine sound 2. Okay, that's a little bit different. Did you hear that? It just went a little bit like... So I'm going to leave it in virtual engine sound 2, and I've got a little bit of purple around the infotainment. Anyway, let me know what you think about that in the comments. That's just something I thought might be a little bit of an interesting discussion. In my personal opinion, with the 2 trim levels, I think you're probably better off just going with the K30 instead of the K40, because the standard tech you get in the K30, okay, you don't get the leather seats, but you still get front and back parking sensors, a 360 camera, heated, ventilated seats, you get 18-inch alloys, and you get, I said heated and ventilated seats, didn't I? I did. Adaptive cruise control, the amount of standard tech you get, and that's 44,500. You know, for the extra money, I'd probably just go for the K30, because you're still littered with so much standard equipment. And I actually really love that, you know, South Korean manufacturers like Kia do that, don't they? You get a ton of standard tech, so they do treat you with that, rather than if you went with another manufacturer, you'd be paying out your behind, wouldn't you? So my opinion would be the K30. Let me know if you've been looking for this and you've been, you know, umming and ahhing about the K30, the K40 trim, but I can't see me changing my mind. I would be going for the K30 trim. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okay, earlier I touched on something that was really annoying. It's the gear selector. So I have to press it twice every time. So at the moment I'm in drive. Any other car, I'd flick that up once, my foot on the brake, and it would go into reverse. But watch this. It goes into neutral. So then I have to flick it again. And then sometimes when you're doing a quick turn in the road, you don't want to be messing around flicking your trigger finger on your gear selector. You want to be like, go, go, go. So now if I want to go forward and I want to use the gear selector, I go to go forward and it's in neutral. So I then have to do it again, and it is one of the most infuriating things on this car. So forward again. So it's a double tap every single time you press the gear selector.
The 7-year warranty.
Only with the electric vehicles with KGM you get 7 years, 5 years if it's an internal combustion engine.
Warranty.
Yeah. Get a subscribe, and then I want that penis to explode with emotion and love when they hit subscribe. Can you do that?
What have you been watching? Okay, so that's been our episode on the KGM TORRES EV, and I actually quite liked the car. It's quite a beepy car. We had a few issues with it, but I think overall it's quite a compelling option, and if you like the look of it, it's quite nice. What do you think, Oliver?
I think this could be a good option for some of you that want something a little bit more alternative, want something that looks rugged, even though it's not a four-wheel drive, it's front-wheel drive. There are some really good elements to this car, and the suspension is good when you are going slow and straight. I'd love to know what you guys think about the EVX down in the comments below. As always, throw us a like if you like the episode, get a sub to Car Chat TV, and we'll see you on the next one.
If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.